What's up, everybody? Welcome to Dover International Speedway here for the Road to Pro series. We got the trucks here tonight, top split, Road to Pro. Let's go ahead and go through tonight's starting grid. Ooh, I'll tell you what, Andrew, Brett, glad to be here. Bristol was not his friend. Andrew on the pole, Christopher in second, Parker White starting in that third position, Jake in fourth. Joel's going to start in that fifth position. Jonathan, sixth. Tyler in seventh. Santiago starting in eighth. Kyle starting ninth. Daniel, 10th. Boyd Hogan starting in 11th. Logan Helton in 12th. Then we got Seth starting 13th. Tucker starting, or is that Tucker? Tucker starting 14th. Casey in 15th. We got Daniel in that 16th position, Justin 17th, Anthony 18th, Matt Danson starting in 19th, Alex 20th, Drew in 21st, Jordy starting 22nd.
I want to thank you all for coming out to this race tonight.
Michael, sorry, I didn't realize that was on. Michael starting 23rd, Tyler 24th. They've got Michael in the 23rd. Sorry, I already said that. Eugene 25th, Kenny 26th, Larry 27th, Trevor 28th, Daniel starting in 29th, David 30th, Michael 31st, Brad Davies 32nd, Blaze 33rd, and Jordan 34th. Oh, did Justin Norwood not make top split? I didn't see him in there. All right, let's go throw the ticker up at the top as we are week number 6 here for the Road to Pro Series as we got 120 laps here tonight. It's going to be a wild one. Josh, what's up? Thank you for the like. Curious on how it's going to be. I do not have the dual cameras here. I don't have Dover on the other account, I don't believe. I will check. God. I gotta use 2 computers. So guys, always, if you want to help support, help get the content, ways to support me in the description. As the green flag is out as Andrew jumps out into the lead. Side by side for second between Christopher and Parker as they head down into turn number 1. Parker getting the head down on the bottom side. And he's gonna go single file for what, the top 6? 7 maybe? Gotta go back to the 40. Then looking up underneath the 17 there. I gotta try and figure out who's who, but man, the 40, I think that's Tyler, got loose out of the turn, but he keeps it going straight. You're gonna see a lot of bouncing off the wall. Look at them back there side by side out of turn 2, down the back straightaway as they jockey for position. Out of turn number 4, this is some high speed. This is like a super short track. I guess you could describe it with these high banks, fast speeds. It is absolutely insane as they come out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Let's go jump in with somebody. Anybody. We'll take a lap around in the cockpit of that car. Ooh, we got one down into the wall. Yellow flag is out. Yellow, yellow, yellow. All right, I go to take a look from in the car, and we catch a view of the other car going down into the inside wall. Let's go take a look. It looked like there might have been contact there. We're gonna go check out for sure. It might not have been. Oh, he just got loose. Oh, he got a little bit of a bump from the back, but he was already loose. Oh man. Big wreck in the back. Who was that? That was, Big Jordy was caught up in that one. Let's go take a look from Jordy's point of view. Nowhere to go. Let me go jump on. Looked like the 28 hit him, but we're going to jump on board with Jordy if I can go find him here. Here he is. Let's jump in the cockpit. Look exactly what he had to look at coming up on this. Just nothing you can do as they come out of turn number 4. The truck just nowhere to go as he gets into his teammate. Unfortunate situation. As we got a caution flag number 1 already, as we are only 5 laps complete in this one. But guys, what I was saying is with the side-by-side, it's a little harder to do. I don't think I have this track over on the other account. If you guys like the content, like the side-by-side, when you guys support me, it helps me get content like that. So make sure you check out how to support me down in the description on Facebook and YouTube. And Facebook, obviously, got stars and subs. Ron, thank you for the like. Appreciate it. Nice. Alberta, Canada. Edmonton. Trying to think, where is that? You're going to make me Google that, aren't you? I'm not too far from Canada, but not in that area. I'm just up about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours from the Canadian border. I'm in central New York. I'm double checking to make sure. I don't think I have Dover on the other account. So I just booted up the other computer to check. As it looks like we're going back green flag racing. Do have Dover on the other account. We will be getting some side by side. Right. So that's booting up as these guys get ready to go green flag racing. If it gets to be a long green flag run, we'll have 2 different views. As Andrew gets on the gas, Parker jumps into second real quick as the 66 of Chris tries to follow him through down on the bottom side. Side by side from 4th on back. Here comes Jake Nichols up on the high side. Can't get to the high side of Chris. He gets single file. I'm sure he's just as happy with that. As they are battling 2, almost 3 wide through turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn 4, down the front straightaway. Look at these guys, side by side, bouncing off each other. Oh, we got a spin. That is Tyler up into the wall. They continue to wreck further back. Caution flag is out. Tyler had a little bit of help there in that number 40. Let's go take a look and see exactly what happened to him. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you can see it. Oh, he just gets ran over into turn number 1. Caution flag is out. All right, so Andrew out in front in that number 42, looking pretty clean. And that basic white paint scheme. Too bad it says Premier. All right, guys. Let's see if there's any takers for pit road. Looks like Boyd jumps down pit road. He's got damage on that number 96. I'm familiar with Boyd from the dirt side. He's got some damage. Daniel right behind him. Barafuku, I think is how you say the name. Definitely interesting. Kenny Brady. We saw Kenny last night. 13. All right, back up to the front. Andrew is going to lead the field. Back to green flag. All right, guys, I got the side-by-side set up, so if we get a green flag run and they spread out, we can watch a bunch of the action. We'll check and make sure it's right real quick while we're under caution. All right, let me get that working correctly. There we go. All right, we got the side-by-side action. Let's go back over to single screen as we're getting ready to go green flag probably next time by. I'm not gonna lie. I honestly would like to see some of these guys have a bad day. Mainly Kenny. All right, guys. Getting ready for one to go, I believe, this time by. Let's see what the pace, if the pace lights go out. Pace lights are up. We're going green flag. Parker knows how important it is to get back to the bottom side. Let's see if he's able to work his way down there quickly. Once again, that 66 of Christopher was definitely looking strong on that last restart. If he gets another good start, he might have trouble getting down to the bottom. It actually might almost make sense for Andrew to start him a little bit late here and keep that field stacked up. It'd probably be a disadvantage to Parker, who might be Andrew's biggest challenge here tonight. All right, pace car is off. Green flag is out as Andrew heads down out of turn number 4, heading towards the start-finish line. Parker able to get right down in that number 95 as they head down into turn number 1 and 2. Side by side from third on back once again as the 66 of Chris is able to clear the top side. Jake slides back to that 4th position, but now he's got the 6th. Jonathan looking low. Is Jake going to get stuck up on the outside as they come out of turn number 4? Down the front straightaway into turn 1. Jake able to get down. So side by side between Jonathan and Daniel for that 5th position. Daniel with the edge out of turn number 2 on the top side. So top side works after a couple laps. If you can stay up there, you might come out ahead, as we just seen it happen there as they're side by side further back in the pack. Got the 10. I believe that's okay, so Seth is the 10. He's up underneath Santiago as they head down into 3 and 4. Santiago falling backwards in that number 17. Out of turn number 4 on the front straightaway. Side by side back here in the pack as they send it down into turn number 1. And I say back here, we're only talking around 8th, 9th, 10th position as these guys figure it out of turn number 2. Looks like everybody's being a little bit more patient, giving each other a little bit more room than they were earlier on as they come out of turn number 4. We can go side by side now. Let's go side by side. You guys can keep an eye on the leaders as we watch this battle. Battling further back in the pack as Santiago is dropping like a bad habit in that number 17. No, that isn't him. That's the other 17. That's Santiago. Which 17 is that? That's going to be Justin, maybe? And I hate that the numbers don't match up. Nope, that is Joel and that other 17. Okay, now I know who it is as they come down the back straightaway. That's Santiago diving down low for that number 6 position up underneath Jonathan. Jonathan going backwards in that number 6. Side by side now, Jonathan stuck up on the top side is Seth up underneath him in that number 57. He's bringing Tucker with him in the 10. Then we got the other 10 of Justin Bolden. Is he going to be able to follow him in line? Down through the turn. Let's see how being stuck on the outside is going to affect these guys tonight. That is definitely going to affect the way these guys race. If getting stuck out there is going to be an issue. Down into the turn. It looks like he's going to lose another position finally to Joel. As Justin looks up underneath them. Anthony, who is that? I don't even know who it is anymore. Justin, I was right. The ticker wasn't right. Up to the 9th position. Jonathan falling back to 6. Now, Jonathan was fighting for that 4th, 5th position just a little while ago. All the way back down to 10th. Getting stuck up on the outside. I'll tell you what, Justin wants to tell Tucker he's got the better 10 car as they head into turn number 3 and 4. All over the back of him. Single file. But he is looking for a way around as they come down the front straightaway. Down into turn number 1. Justin's going to look high. Nothing there. Finally gets up underneath him out of turn number 4. Move him up to that 8th position. So he's going to split those VRS guys right there between them in 8th position. They're 7th and 9th respectively, obviously, as they head down the back straightaway. Single file for the field. Down into turn number 3. Bit further back, see if we got any racing back of the pack. It looks like most of the field is pretty much single file. So everybody's single file as of right now with Andrew leading the way. As you can see in the right screen, he is 4/10 of a second out in front of Parker as we watch these guys further back in the pack. Who is going to be the first to make a move back here? Everybody just kind of riding it out, getting their laps in. 120 laps today. It's going to be a long one. I'll tell you what, I'm thinking Justin's looking to make a move on Seth as he is starting to put the heat on that number 57 as they come down the front straightaway. Here comes Justin looking low into turn number 1. Side by side. Oh, he's pushing up just a little bit, but he's going to clear Seth for that 7th position. So Justin on the move forward in that number 10. Let's go ahead, jump and do a lap like I was trying to do earlier. Let's jump in with Justin here as these guys do a lap next. Back in the pack, you can see Andrew up there. That's who we're watching on the right-hand screen as we jump on board with Justin to do a lap. Ooh, almost up into the wall there as he heads down the front straightaway. It can get so tricky there coming out of turn number 4. So he's got that number 10 car really cruising right now as he moves his way up towards the front, now coming up on the back bumper of that number 17 machine. Things have seemed to quiet down a bit here as these guys get settled in, but they're going to get restless here too. Especially with some of these guys further back who know they are faster than what they're running right now. David, thank you for the like. Appreciate it. Our leader, Andrew, on the right-hand side as we watch Justin back here in the 7th position. We're going to scroll back through again, see what we got going on. Let's pull out a little bit. Looks like we got some side-by-side racing a little bit further back in the pack. Blaze Crawford in that number 4. Back at the pack. Looked like it was Logan who made a pass on Trevor as they head down into turn number 3 and 4. He's got some damage on that number 63. Sorry, 1 and 2. Here comes a move a little bit further back. Like I said, that sense of urgency is going to come in as David puts the move on the number 16 at Eugene and slides his way up into the 24th position. So this is the battle in the back of the pack as we see Blaze going the wrong way further back, or trying to go forward. Actually, he was trying to make a move on the outside of Boyd as they come down the back straightaway. Blaze Crawford currently in that 21st position. Up through the field. Pretty quiet. There's a move we got going on right there with the number 62 trying to get up underneath. Oh, which one? Joel in that number 17. That's Anthony on the bottom side as they're side by side into turn number 3 and 4. That's gonna stack up the field behind them. Are things about to get interesting here in the back of the pack as they come down the front straightaway? Looks like Joel's gonna go ahead and keep that position. Anthony falls back. Oh, the 28 up the track. He's going the wrong way. That is Casey in that number 28, but he's going to fight back on the outside. Looks like either lane can be fast right now if you play it right. Out of turn number 4. We got a little mini pack here as they are a little bit not too far behind the main pack as they head through the turn. 99 stuck up on the outside, going the wrong way. Oh, they almost touched heading into turn. That's Drew. Almost got into, that's Michael Cosley in that number 99 as they come out of turn number 4, almost making contact again. Here comes Michael up underneath in that 58. Can he grab that position? So we're seeing that person that if they get stuck up on the top outside, maybe their truck's not handling completely well, they could definitely go the wrong way in a hurry, but that was Michael fighting back hard on the outside, just can't do anything with it. He gets down in line as the 60 or 58 lets him down in, but back to single file in this group. I mean, they're not that far. This is 11th through, let's see, Boyd at the end of that one. So 11th through 18th right here. So these guys, I mean, that's some track position, some important track position if they can get just one spot as they come out of turn 4. Joel getting pressure from Anthony as Anthony looked high through 3 and 4 that time, couldn't do anything with it as they come through 1 and 2. Willie trying to make a move into turn number 3. Got some passing going on up a little bit further, but I wanted to see if Anthony was going to make a move. He decides against it as they head down into turn number 3. Out of turn 4, down the front straightaway. I'm interested to see when the tires start going on this thing. How soon is it going to be before we start seeing these guys bounce off the wall? So easy to do, especially out of turn number 4. You can see it. You'll see some guys just straight into the wall out of turn 2. Turn 2 is, it doesn't matter. This track is rough either end if your car isn't handling. We're going to see how that happens, how it happens here for these guys as they are starting to get racy again. Here comes the number 6 of Drew trying to push his way forward as he gets around Alex on the inside. Alex stuck on the high side as Michael up underneath him in the 99 to bring it Boyd in the 96 and the other Michael in that number 58 machine. So that is Alex going the wrong way in a hurry there as he got stuck up on the outside. So Andrew now out to 1.5 seconds. You can see him over on the right side. Absolutely has checked out. As we watch these battles further back, this is the battle for the 5th position. The 39 of Daniel has it. Santiago wants it. He's got Seth right behind him. Oh, we see Tucker and Justin battling it out right behind these guys. Let's watch this battle. So Tucker has worked his way back up underneath Justin as they're side by side into the turn. Can he make his way around him? And here comes Jonathan trying to fight back in that number 6. Down the front straightaway, side by side into turn number 1 and 2. Pair of 10s down into 1 and 2. One down low, one up high. Tucker down on the bottom side. Justin in the blue number 10 up high. Just so you know who is who as they head down through turn number 3 and 4. Ooh, they get sideways. Somehow they save it coming out of turn 4 as they almost wrecked each other. Down into 1 and 2, still side by side. These guys are on dead heat. This is great. Down the back straightaway. Side by side into turn. Oh no, he pushes up Tucker up into Justin as they keep it going straight. Just a little bit of contact. Jonathan all over the back of him. Jonathan absolutely on the back bumpers of them as they come through turn number 1 and 2. Tucker and Justin trying to prove who's the better 10 as they head down into 3 and 4. It looks like Justin getting that edge heading into turn number 3, but Tucker's going to fight back on the inside. Oh man, it is getting dicey. They make a little contact. Out of 4, Tucker's got to give up and fall back in line, as that was one heck of a side-by-side battle. I mean, those guys were in dead heat. Up here we got Seth going around Santiago for that 6th position, as these guys are probably starting to think gas mileage and tires. They're getting this long green flag run. Everybody's kind of settled in. I mean, these guys are, a lot of these guys are destined to be running the Coke Series next season. These guys are at the absolute best there are on the sim. So once they get settled in, it's going to be hard to see them make a lot of mistakes. Here comes Tucker looking back up underneath Justin. Tucker gets loose out of 4. He saves it as he is manhandling that number 10. Down through 1 and 2. Oh, it looked like they both kind of swam a little bit as we got a battle, it looks like, for 4. Oh, that's a lap car. Never mind. We've got a lap car up on the top side as we go back to this battle between the 10s of Justin and Tucker. Justin in the blue bush, number 10 machine. He's in the Ford as Tucker's in that multicolored VRS number 10 Chevrolet. Working around the lap car here. He's already, I don't know who that is. He's already multiple laps down. Jordy looks like he's done. But Justin continued to come out ahead of this battle as Andrew over on the right-hand screen, well out in front. He's got a 2.2 second lead over the field. Penniless, what's up, buddy? Thank you for the like, of course, as always. You know, it started off, we got 2 quick cautions. It started off as an exciting race over here for the Road to Pro, but let's calm down a little bit. These guys have kind of settled in. They know it's 120 lap races. We are almost to the halfway point. We were watching a great battle between Justin and Tucker as they've seemed to have settled down a little bit, gotten in line, and just kind of riding it out. Does look like Joel and company are coming through and trying to pull their way up. So this battle has gone from 3 cars to, it's going to be multiple cars. So definitely a few people. Let's go see who is our biggest mover. Well, we got some people up 14, 12 positions further back, but up at the front of the pack, Justin in that number 10, currently up 9 positions. And Seth in the 57 up 8 positions. That's the best up in the front. But Michael in the 58, he's up 14 positions since the beginning of the race. And then we got Brad Davies and Blaze Crawford, both up 12 spots, currently in 20th and 21st. And Jordan up 10 spots in that number 34. A lot of this is just, oh, we got a yellow flag. I didn't even notice. Oof. The yellow flag comes out. It looks like David Brown is in this one. We'll watch this wreck over on the left-hand screen as we watch our leader. Oh my God, he just got dumped by the number 16. Let's back that up. He just came up into him, I think. Yeah. So Brown, unfortunately, just taken out by the number 16. Oh, hate to see it, guys. All right, so let's go jump into the 16 real quick. Let's go take a look at the cockpit. That almost looked intentional, but I'm not sure. But everybody, absolutely everybody on pit road, except of course lap cars. Kyle, that's the number 18 car we saw out there earlier. So the whole field on pit road. Let's see. Oops. Trying to get pit lane. There we go. Let's see who comes off pit road first. It's going to be a race. Ooh, Andrew easily makes it. What a race off pit road as the whole field is coming off all at once. Everybody coming down. That's a lot of trucks on pit road. That is 20-something, almost 30 trucks on pit road at one time as they come off. Andrew winning that battle in that number 42 machine. So good race here tonight. As we get a caution flag, we're gonna go back green flag right around the halfway point here. Good point to get that little break in for these guys. They might get a long green flag run here. I think they can make it the rest of the way from here. I gotta assume. It's gonna at least be pretty close. So Andrew in that number 42, he's got Parker White behind him. Christopher in that third position. Seth in fourth. Jake Nichols in that fifth position. All right, guys. I'm just listening to these guys. They're talking a little bit, not too much, not too bad of a conversation. Andrew's leading the pack. Parker White second, Christopher third, Seth fourth. Seth was coming on strong late in that run. Be interested to see what he's able to do here as he's going to start in that fourth position. Ooh, that just hesitated a little bit on me, didn't it? So side by side, stacking them up, getting ready for the green flag here. Andrew's going to lead him down to the green flag in that number 42. Looking to go back to dominating. I'm curious if anybody made an adjustment there. As you can see, a lot of marbles up at the top of the track. All right. Getting ready for the green flag out of turn number 4. All right. When will Andrew fire off as the pace car is getting ready to drop in? Pace car in. Andrew fires off out of turn number 4, heading down the front straightaway. Andrew well out in front, looking from the nose of his car. You can see him side by side, all over behind him as he heads into turn number 1. He's loving where he's at. Parker trying to get down, but Christopher fighting strong down on the inside. Looks like Parker's going to be able to clear as first and second single file as we come down the into turn number 3 and 4, out of 4, down the front straightaway, completing one lap here. Let's go check on Parker jump on his in-car. Go side by side for this. Watch these guys in the screen as they head down to turn number 3. Watching Parker try to close in on that number 42 of Andrew down the front straightaway. He's not letting him get away like he did before. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Single file trying to close in as Parker in this number 95 machine. I had to think about what number he was. Down into turn number 3 and 4. He is closing the gap on the leader just a little bit through 3 and 4, not letting him get away. The draft will play a little bit of a role here as Parker is closing the gap. Down the back straightaway. Look at him close. Getting up close to the bumper of the 42. Andrews had no pressure all race long. This time Andrew pulls him a little bit in the middle. Out of turn number 4, didn't kill his exit. Here comes Parker closing back in. Down into turn number 1. Nose to tail for the leaders as we watch Parker try to close in on the leader. We're going to go ahead, jump out here. Everybody's pretty much single file except for the 2B. Let's jump on with Seth. Seth looking like he's got a rocket ship here today. We'll jump on board with him as he is closing in on Parker White. We're sitting in the 3rd place cars. We watch the battle up at the front of the pack. Everybody pretty much single file through the field. We're gonna have 55 laps to go right now as they cross the start-finish line. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Seth is coming in that number 57 machine as they come out of turn number 2. Seth wheeling that thing. Look at him go. He's going to look up underneath Parker. Down into turn number 2. Seth dives it in hard. He might be faster. He might have something for that number 42 of Andrew. Andrew Navarro dominating here tonight, but Seth looking to change that as they enter turn number 1 and 2. Still relatively single file behind these guys as we watch the battle for the lead as Seth is closing in on board with Seth as they head down into turn number 1 and 2. Ooh, he's so close to that wall. Trying to close in on the number 42 of Andrew through turn number 3 and 4 as we sit on the left door of this number 57 machine. He's got a little bit of damage on that thing, but at a track like this, that's just going to add character. Off the nose as he tries to chase down the leader in that draft. Did he push it too hard, or is he just settled in? He might be just trying to stay with Andrew, because it looked like Andrew's car just drifted just a little bit. We'll jump on the gearbox and jump up on Andrew's back bumper as we watch Seth try to close in down the back straightaway. Down to out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Seth trying to close in. You can see the field behind, all single file. This is the battle for the lead. We're on the back bumper of Andrew. Watching Seth trying to close the gap as they come out of turn number 2. Got 50 laps to go as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Out of 4:49 to go. Seth closes a little bit out of 4 there. Heading into turn number 1, definitely pushing it hard. Look at the determination in that front end of that truck. He's so steady. Looks like he might have just cooled off his tires a little bit as he is now closing in on Andrew. Oh, he's got to back out of it. Looks like he might have gotten a little bit loose, but he had a heck of a run through the turn there as they come down the front straightaway. Heading into turn number 1 and 2, he's got to be careful about the heat in those tires. Looks like he dropped back a little bit there. These guys might be playing a little bit of a game with the temperatures on their tires. I meant to push. As temps definitely are going to play a big role here in the wear on these tires. A little bit more of a gap between our leaders there as Andrew continues to lead. Now 0.3 of a second out in front of Seth. Seth's going to try and cool off those tires again, I'm pretty sure, and try and make another run at it in that number 57. Good run for him here tonight. Parker sitting in that 3rd spot. Strong run for him. Christopher and 4th. Daniel 5th. Jake Nichols in 6th. Santiago in that number 17. Tucker in that number 10. As he's got Justin all over the back. And remember, Justin was faster on fresh tires. Is he going to put the pressure on that number 10 as they head through 3 and 4? Out of turn number 4, keeping his distance. Everybody just being patient right now, knowing it's a long race. How long is it going to be before they stop being patient? I got to imagine they got about 20 laps or so of this, and then they're going to have to go. I got to imagine these guys, especially back here in 8th and 9th, are going to have to start making moves here soon. Justin currently in that 9th spot. You see Tucker closing in on Santiago in that 7th position through the turn. When does he put the heat on Santiago? Is he already trying? Is he already running it as hard? Such a fine line between saving tires and pushing hard enough to get an opportunity to win as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn 4, down the front straightaway as these guys are sitting absolute nose to tail. We'll take a look at Andrew. Andrew currently in that 1st position. You can get just a view of how far back these guys are further back in the pack. Got a little bit of racing back here. Looks like Daniel down on the inside. Oh, no. Oh, 15. That's the lap car. The 15 kind of in the way right here. That's Brown. We watched him get turned around earlier. Going a lap down as he is dropping like a rock. Here comes that battle we expected to see between Justin and Tucker. These guys have had a great battle so far all night. Oh, man, Tucker sends it out of 4 sideways, bounced off the wall a little bit, came down up in front of Justin. Justin's going to try and close that gap once again. These two have raced just as hard as anybody else on the track with each other. Looks like we might have Jordy maybe down on the inside. Lap car as these guys work their way around. Mike, thank you for the like. Appreciate it. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. We are closing in. We have 40 laps to go. When do these guys have to go? Can they go? Are they fast enough? So many questions here as we head down the back straightaway. They know that if they have the truck, they're going to have to go here soon and hope they get a caution. If we get a caution somewhere, you know, anytime at this point, I got to imagine people are going to start thinking about tires. So get that track position, get some tires, try it again. At this point, if you're running 8th, 9th, 10th, what do you got to lose? This is the run for Road to Pro, not Road to Slow. So these guys need to get moving forward in a hurry. Kevin, thank you for the like. Andrew's now setting the pace once again, 0.6, almost 0.7 of a second over Seth in the 2nd position. We're watching the battle for 8th between Justin and Tucker, as it's been a good battle all night long. Got a battle a little bit further back. Let's go see what's going on here. Looks like it's Alex and Tyler side by side. Go side by side so you guys can see the leader. So the leader will be on the top right-hand side. That is Andrew out 0.6 of a second over the field as we watch this battle further back in the pack. Here comes Jordy up underneath Alex next, trying to take that position away from him. He's going to fall back in line. Oh, man, Trevor's throwing that thing in there. Here comes the 30. The 30 is laps down. I believe that's Matt. Yep, that's Matt Danson. Struggling in that 32nd position. Getting caught up in that wreck earlier. He's got fresher rubber than the rest of these guys. As we go back to this battle for 20th. Tyler in the 20th position. Alex trying to chase him back down. I'm definitely going to keep an eye on that battle between Tucker and Justin. That's been a good battle all night. If they get side by side again, I am jumping back up there for sure as Matt working the outside in that damaged number 30 machine, getting around these cars. How many laps down is he? Oh, he's a lot of laps down. He is a lot of laps down. Wow. Down into turn number 1 and 2. He's got to back out of it. He might have gotten a piece of the wall. Tyler pulling away, trying to close the gap to Blaze Crawford. Blaze Crawford currently in the 19th spot. Brad Davies in the 18th spot. Boyd in the 17th spot. I know Boyd from Dirt. Very versatile driver there. Once offered to buy me an eNascar heat. All right, guys. Oh, we got a little bit of battle in here. Santiago and Nichols make a move down low. Oh, that's going around the lap car. That lap car right there, the 18, keeps goofing me up. I think that's Kyle Myers. So Kyle, oh man, it's getting dicey right behind him. As the lap car definitely played a role there. Looked like Tucker had to make evasive action. Justin almost able to take advantage of it. That's going to pull them away from those guys in front of them a little bit. They need to close back in. They definitely need to close back in. Time is definitely running short here. As they head through turn number 1 and 2. We're back on that battle for the 8th position. Tucker has it. Justin wants it. That's been the best battle. These guys probably ran, what, 4 or 5 laps? Side by side, dead heat. It took little mistakes for one of them to fall back. It was just so good. They were absolutely even. As you can see, everybody in front of them, single file, got a couple of cars here and there side by side behind them, but this is the battle to watch on the track. These are probably the 2 most evenly matched drivers as we come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Our leader over on the right-hand side on the leader cam, that is Andrew. As we watch the battle there in the left-hand side for that 8th position. Justin starting to put the heat back on Tucker. He sends it into turn number 3 and 4. Hard, almost into the back of that number 10 of Tucker. Now, if they get together, will they be the number 20? Asking for a friend. Here comes Justin down low. I knew it was going to come soon. Side by side through turn number 1 and 2. It is go time, guys, as we are closing in on 20 laps to go, but Justin has to fall back in line. Less than 30 laps to go. These guys, the intensity is starting to rise. Looks like Santiago's putting heat on Nichols just up in front of these guys. That could be something they need to close in on that battle. Going back to this battle between Tucker and Justin. It's been a good one here all night for that 8th position. Looked like Justin might have lost a little ground going into turn number 3. I'm not sure if he's cooling his tires off for another run or if he got if he's slipping a little bit. It looks like he might be pushing a little bit, but he could be cooling those tires up. Meanwhile, up in front of him, Santiago putting that pressure on Nichols. Remember, Santiago won on strategy at Atlanta. So he's got the skills and the math. He's got both sides of the spectrum as he runs that number 17, trying to close in on Nichols to get that 6th position. Andrew currently 1.68 seconds in front of the field. You can see him over on the right-hand side coming on to turn 4 across the line. We're watching the battle here currently for the 6th position between Jake and Santiago. Keeping an eye on the battle just behind him between Chucker and Justin. Looks like Justin's lost a little bit of ground. He might be cooling his tires for one last run. Uh-oh, we got a caution somewhere against a wreck. Car kept going, so no caution. If somebody had issues down on the front, he reset. So everything stays green flag. Aaron, this is Road to Pro. Road to Pro top split. 23 laps to go. As we got one coming off of pit road. We're watching the battle for 6th place as Jake and Santiago go at it. Now, Santiago's is this guy's first name. I get what you were saying. I would have just said Angel. Kevin, by the way, thank you for the like. I don't know if I said it earlier. Watching this battle really close here. Tucker and Justin just behind him. That'll be another good battle, as it looks like Anthony and Jonathan are starting to put the heat on each other. So battle's starting to heat up throughout the track. Got our leader always on the right-hand side for the side-by-side view. As we watch the battle back here for that 6th position currently, Jake Nichols in the 91 has it. Santiago wants it in that number 17. Out of turn number 4, we got 20 laps to go. It is definitely go time. Santiago, you see him inch just a little bit closer into turn number 1. David Brown on pit road. And that number 15. As they are battling harder, even harder behind these guys. Look at this chaos back here. Anthony's leading this group out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. He's got Jonathan right behind him. Casey, now they go back single file. So the heat starting to turn up in the pack as these guys know they got to get what they get. This is almost a 7,400. Justin trying to chase down Tucker down the front straightaway. It looks like Tucker might have the advantage, but there's still 18 laps to go. Here's the battle for the 6th position. Jake Nichols and Santiago in for that 6th and 7th spot. Santiago's been putting that pressure on Jake. Can he get around him as they come out of turn number 4? Thank you for the like, Ryan. Appreciate it, brother. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Jake in that 6th position as Santiago tries to close in. It looks like Tucker's gained a little bit more ground on Justin as Anthony and the rest of the group are starting to close. Definitely some heat further back as we go back to watch the battle for 6 with 16 laps to go. 16 laps to go for these guys. Tires are starting to wear out. They know they need to get some positions. Will we get a caution, or is it going to go green the rest of the way? So many questions are asking as we come out of turn number 2. Through turn number 3 and 4, coming to 15 laps to go. 15 laps to go for these guys. As Andrew continues to dominate here tonight in that number 42. Going to move back a little bit as that one seems to calm down a little bit. Tucker looking at Justin, trying to close that gap as Justin has Anthony starting to put pressure on him. Jonathan's had a whole bunch of pressure from Casey in that 28. As we go back to this battle for the 8th position. Can Justin close the gap back in on Tucker? Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. 13 laps to go. 13 more laps. One person, only one person probably in this field does not want to see a caution. That's going to be the number 42 of Andrew Navarro, as he is dominated here tonight, now out to 1.65 seconds over the field. We're watching the battle back here for that 8th position as Tucker has it. Justin and Anthony trying to close in with Jonathan not too far back. Let's go take a look at Nichols and Santiago as they get down into turn number 3. Looks like this one's pretty much calmed down. I don't know if it's tires or strategy, but we got 12 laps coming to 11 laps to go. Tucker out in the front of this battle in the 8th position. Justin right behind him. Anthony putting the pressure on Justin. Anthony looking for that 9th position. Anthony coming alive at the right time as they come out of turn number 2. He's looking low, and they're racing behind him. We got Casey looking up underneath Jonathan as Anthony gets up underneath Justin. Side by side out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway, 10 laps to go. This is when desperation and urgency get together, as Casey might have just gotten the back of Jonathan just a little bit. Down the back straightaway. Will Anthony put the move on Justin again? He looks low. Nothing there. Can he get the drive out of turn number 4? A little bit of a cut down by Justin out of turn 4. Down the first straightaway. 9 laps to go. It is definitely starting to intensify as Justin pushes up the track. Anthony closing the gap even more as they come out of turn number 2. Really starting to intensify up in the front of the pack. Well, front half of the pack as we're watching 8th on back. 8th being the 10th of Tucker VRS car, and then we got the 10 of Justin in that blue Busch car. As here comes Anthony looking low once again out of turn number 2. Santiago might still be setting up for a path. He's still within striking distance as they come out of turn number 4. 7 laps to go. It is time to go. Will we get a caution flag? That's going to be the big question everybody's asking. Some of them wishing, some of them not, as they come out of turn number 2. It looks like Justin is closing back in on Tucker. Out of turn number 4, 6 laps to go. Justin is closing once again as they head down into turn number 1 and 2. This battle's about to get exciting with Tucker up in front of Justin. Justin wants that 8th position. Every position means so much in Road to Pro because it's the points across how many different freaking races going right now. So you have to grab that position if you can. It's not like a regular race where, hey, it's not worth dying over one spot inside the top 10. Here it is worth it. Every point makes a difference. Will somebody make a move they regret later? Coming out of turn number 4, we are 4 laps to go. 4 laps to go as we watch the battle for 8th. Justin gets a run on Tucker. They are nose to tail through turn number 1 and 2. Anthony with him. Oh, Justin gets a little sideways in the middle of the corner. As there's stuff going on here, though. They're just going around the lap car. Out of turn number 4, 3 laps to go. Did Justin lose his opportunity to make a move through turn number 1 and 2? He's going to try and get that run, pull in on the back of that number 10, down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Trying to set up the move, but he's got 2 laps to go when they cross the line. 2 more laps to do it. Out of turn number 4, coming across the line. Can he do it? And 8 corners are left. He's going to look to the high side. Nothing there. Here comes Anthony down low in the 62. Anthony can't do anything with it as they head down into 3 and 4. White flag in the air for our leader as he crosses the line. One more lap to go. Out of turn number 4. One more lap for these guys as they're sideways out of turn number 4. White flag in there. Whatever happens here is what it is. As Justin pulled all over the back of Tucker. Out of turn 2. One more opportunity for these guys. Down into turn number 3. Here comes Anthony Lowe. Oh no, Justin pushed high. Andrew wins it. As we get a great battle through the field as Justin hit the wall and lost the spot. Oof. What a race here at the end of this one as Andrew dominated in that number 42. All right, let's go ahead as Andrew celebrates as he should. Go through the running order. Andrew with the win. Seth second. Parker third. Chris in that 4th position. Daniel 5th. Jake in 6th. Santiago brings it home in 7th. Tucker 8th. Anthony steals the spot from Justin. At the end, through the last corner, finishes 9th. Justin in 10th. Jonathan 11th. Casey in 12th. Michael's going to bring it home in 13th. Joel 14th. Drew in 15th. Michael Frisk in that 16th position. Boyd in 17th. Blaze Crawford in 18th. Tyler in that 19th position. Brad Davies brings it home 20th. Jordan in 21st. Alex brings it home in the 22nd spot. Trevor 23rd. Larry 24th, as I forgot to click next here so you guys can see who I'm talking about. Sorry, guys. Then we got Logan Helton in that 25th position. Daniel 26th. Eugene 27th. Kyle brings it home in that 28th spot. David 29th. Matthew 30th. Kenny Brady in 31st. Tyler in that 32nd position. Jordy 33rd. And Daniel Roper rounds out the field in that 34th position. Guys, what a race we had here today. But as all good things, they all come to an end. And as of now, we're going to say good night.